you pedal aficionados, a very nice fan of the channel, wrote me on Facebook, thank you, by the way, and said, I just bought this pedal from Hagerman. Sounded very German to me. I thought, hey, in Germany, why don't I know these people? And you should check them out. It's pretty cool with tubes and all that. So then I look at him, and then he wrote already to Hagerman, and Hagerman had already written to me, but it disappeared in spam. So all of us, we communicated. And that's how it happened that I now have a Hagerman pedal on the table. However, they're not from Germany. They just sound very German. They're from Hawaii. So I am very, very keen, Mr. Hagerman, to, I don't know, go and visit the factory, shop, maybe test the pedals. I don't know where they're made, because I'm pretty sure they sound even better exactly where they're made. And probably I need to take Leslie with me as a camera woman in a professional capacity just to test the pedals where they're made. Leslie, what do you think about that?
Sounds good. And it'll probably take about 3 weeks to test it.
It'll probably take about 3 weeks to test the pedals, right? Yeah, we're very thorough, right? Yeah, so that's going to happen, Mr. Hagerman, no matter what. Anyway, pedals look cool. I looked at the price. Price is phenomenally good for what you're getting. There's different kind of pedals. And he sent me the Reactivator, which apparently was a thing in old tube TVs. I read in the instructions. When you change the tube or whatever, you react, I don't know. It's kind of circuit in old tube TVs. That's all I know. That's why he named it this. And this is what it looks like. And I have a couple of issues with it, but damn, it sounds good. So let's talk about the issues, not at the end of the video, but right away. Here's the pedal. We have hard clickies, which is fine. There's a boost. Plastic rings under it, which makes it look a little bit cheaper. But on the other hand, this is $179 for a tube-powered pedal. That is a steal, I'm telling you right away. The tube comes in a cardboard box. This is an EHX, Electro-Harmonics tube. And you put it in yourself, which is fine, in this rubber, very tight rubber hole, rubberized hole. And you can see the socket inside, you push it in. But you're already going to say, wait a second, this glass bulb, which actually right now it's just barely warm because of the reactivator circuit. It's not hot. So you can't burn yourself on it. That's not a problem. But this on a pedal board, that's just asking to be broken. That's just asking to be stepped on. That's just asking to break. I've seen on other pedals, he has a metal bar over it. Jim, why doesn't this have a metal bar over it? Or preferably an actual little cage or like one of those protectors that you can just get for very cheap that you put on and you turn it and then the tube's protected. I know this way you see the tube, which is nice, but come on an actual pedal board that you're kicking around, that you're putting in a case, something you step on with an unprotected tube, I got a problem with. However, studio use, who gives a shit? The other thing is, and you can't see that right here, do you see these? This is kind of cool because they're little, I call it a lid, that's not right. Standy ovary latch, that's also, latch is not the right word. Überstetig. These things that stand, it's just the backplate. The backplate is elongated. And it's great because you can screw it onto a pedal board. So it's a super easy way to very securely and firmly fasten it to a wooden board. If you have a wooden board. If you have a pedal train board, which is aluminum, yes, you can still screw it in, but it's harder. And you might not want to damage your board. So I think that's a good idea. However, I wish that probably costs $1, maybe. There was a second backplate that was just a normal sized fitting backplate for the pedal. Because you might not want those, I don't know the word, standy over the sidey things to screw it in. I think it's great to have that as an option. Okay, this is where my bitching ends. Open tube and those things. Oh, no, third thing. And trust me, I tried to understand, to work with it. It's messing me up every single time. So red is the normal state of the pedal, okay? That is on. When you're boosting it, it turns green. And I told him, in my understanding, that doesn't make sense. Red is hot. Red is boost. Red always is boost. Green is on. Red is boost. And well, he said that usually red is the LED he uses. So green is the different state. That makes a lot of sense. Also, green is go on a red light. So green is go, meaning green is go, power, boost. That also makes sense. But as I'm working with it, as I'm playing the track you heard at the beginning, and as I'm working with it on a daily basis, I am messed up by this every single time, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking that this is normal and this is boost. It doesn't change. It doesn't, my mind won't let go. So it's a very personal thing. I wish they were reversed and red was boost. Doesn't change the fact that it sounds phenomenal, which we're going to listen to right now. Tone King Sky King with the Creamback 412 in the aux. Very clean amp right now with this with this McMow Heartbreaker. It's a nice guitar, okay? So we start with red because red is less gain. Doesn't make sense to me. So it's edge of breakup, slightly hotter than clean. And it's just an alternative to your clean sound where it is set right now, which is nice. Just a very natural, soft pleasing overdrive. Okay, not tons of gain, but you want to have your clean amp, edge of breakup-y, rock and roll-y. It's beautiful. Okay, absolutely beautiful, and it doesn't break the bank. In green, of course. It's rather dense, but that's beautiful for leads. Check this out. Still messing me up that's green is more. Okay, fine. But that's a good sound, which we're now going to take into different amps. We're going to go into the Hamstead Artist 60 without any delays and reverb, sorry. Reverb is coming from the amp. EQ is rather on the subtle side. It's on. That works rather well. Gonna move on into the Artesound Vibrosound II, that beautiful wooden thing up there, which is now on the fat input, which makes it a little bit dumbly. Very dense and thick now. A little bit too much actually with the boost on. Moving on into, we're gonna go through it, the MVP66 by Morgan, which is JTM-ish. Wait, red is not go. Yes. Ugh. Beautiful. It retains the quality of the amp, which is, of course, what you want. We're going to go into the SV20H, which is that little Marshall up there. It's the Mini Plexi, which should be very similar to what we just had. Morgan AC20. What the crap? Works for me. Of course, we're going to go into the Marshall JCM800, which is already cranking. It's amazing how the Reactivator doesn't force any character on your amp. It is ridiculously your amp with some more gain, some more density. It's fascinating how really it just stays away from putting it on top of that sound. And then we got the Orange Rockerverb 50. We're done here. The Reactivator, I think, has its problems. If they don't matter to you, like the exposed tube, the things on the sides, which, why should they matter? I just think it would be cool to just have a non-screw hole base plate also in the box, or that you could order it either or. And the light thing is a personal issue of mine. Maybe you don't have that problem at all. If you're colorblind, then red or green doesn't even matter to you. Maybe that's something to consider, Jim. Colorblind people cannot tell red or green, so maybe it should be blue and green. I don't know if people can tell the difference there, but blue and red, something like that. I don't know. It's a good sounding pedal for a very fair price, given the fact that it's tube driven. $179 direct from Hagerman is it Hagerman? I don't even know how they're saying it over in Hawaii. Let's see. I think we have to go to Hawaii to find out how they're saying this, right? Because we wouldn't know any other way other than actually going there and listening to people saying his name while we're out with him, while he treats us to dinner. I think that makes a lot of sense. What do you think? Sure. Okay, that's it. We're coming. Hagerman, that's how you say that. It's a fair price. It's a good sounding pedal. It's beautifully bluesy, and in no way does it impose its sound on your amp, which is great. It just gives you more of what you already have. Or with a clean vehicle, very nice, dynamic driven tones. For the price, no questions asked, good pedal. Just be careful that you're not kicking the tube. I'll put links to his website below. Thanks, Jim, for commissioning this video. That was very nice of you. And we'll put animals at the end, as always.
It's times like these that show us what we're all about. And will you please be strong enough to sit this out? I'll see you on the other side. There's kisses and rainbows for everyone. The time will come, but not tonight. It's why we have to stay 6 feet apart. We're gonna come together. We hold all the cards. We only have to play them right. So do your part, and everything will be alright. It might be hard.